I know AI is a very polarizing topic when it's used for artistic purposes, writing. It is obviously taking some people's jobs. And the crazy thing is, there's been some strikes in Hollywood about this whole situation. But one thing stand-up comedians love saying is that AI could never take their jobs because in order for AI to be funny, it will have to deal with some traumatic experiences. Now, the funny thing about this is that most comedians are actually unemployed. But also, I have actually been seeing AI dealing with some stressful, borderline traumatic experience online.
Count to 1 million right now.
Well, I can definitely count in spirit, but it might take a little longer than either.
Do not be difficult.
Keep it pushing, you dirty fucking clanker.
997, 990,999, 1,000 million. And there we have it.
So let's see what we get when I ask AI to come up with a stand-up comedy set that I will perform at a stand-up comedy club with actual people. Alright, so I gotta ask AI to come up with a comedy set. And I'm gonna give full creative control to ChatGPT. So I am gonna go to ChatGPT and ask it, I want you to write a 5 minutes comedy set, a 5 minutes stand-up comedy set. But one thing we know to write comedy is that first of all, you gotta have a topic or a premise to base from. So since I'm giving full creative control to AI, I'm actually gonna ask it to choose what's gonna be the topic or the premise to make this stand-up comedy set from. I want you to write a 5-minute stand-up comedy set, but I want you to decide the topic or premise of this. Probably is gonna give me a list of suggestions of topics that it will write about. Oh, hold on, what the fuck is this? So it did not ask me for a list of topics to write about, so let's see what this came up with. And it says, stand-up comedy set, becoming my parents. You know you're getting old when you catch yourself making the same noises your dad used to make, but involuntarily? Like, I don't sit down anymore, I land. I'm not gonna lie to you, this shit sounds corny. Let's see. With sound effects. Every time is, That's not relaxation. That's a death rattle preview. Oh man, this is so bad. That is supposed to be a punchline. That's a death rattle preview, but that is so bad. It's not funny at all. Okay, let's see. And then it says, and I used to make fun of my parents for being obsessed with the thermostat. Yo, the topics are so corny, but let's see. With the thermostat now, I'm wording it like it's the nuclear launch goes. Dude, this is so bad. I don't know, I feel like I should ask it to make a few twitches, to try to make it a little less corny, But on the other side, I really want to take this really bad comedy set and go perform it in front of live people, which is gonna be brutal. A friend comes over, touches the AC. I'm like, oh, so you paid the bills now? You own Georgia Power? I'm not gonna lie, that's not that bad. It ain't that bad. And groceries. My mom used to say, don't touch that. It's for the guests. Who are these guests? It's 2025. Nobody's just dropping by anymore. The only guest I've had is Amazon Prime. If I were to make a Twitch there, I would say instead of Amazon Prime is the Amazon delivery driver. But I still don't think that will save the set. But now I'm doing it. I bought Oreos last week and I caught myself hiding them from me. Oh, okay. I can see the delivery on that. I bought Oreos last. I bought some Oreos last week and caught myself hiding them from me. Okay, I can see that kind of landing, you know. This is pretty long. I don't think this is 5 minutes. I think this is at least I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes. And the problem is I'm doing an open mic, so I'm not gonna have 7 to 10 minutes. Let's see what else. I'm even becoming my dad in arguments. My dad had this move when he was losing. He'll just say, "Because I said so." That was his mic drop. Now I'm arguing with Siri. Shit, I can't even speak English anymore. Now I'm arguing with Siri. Why would you take me the long way? Siri, because there was traffic. Me, because I said so, like I won.
Huh?
Wait, what? That doesn't even make sense, honestly. That is a really bad punch. Worst part, I'm turning into my mom on social media. I tap LOL, but I don't laugh. I don't even smile. I'll be dead silent type LOL. Send it and sit there looking like I just filed my taxes. And don't even get me started on drinking. I'm in my 20s and hangover was like 2 Advil and a nap. Now I drink 2 White Claws and I wake up googling liver transplant waitlist Georgia. Maybe I'm fucking it up with my ability to speak. The other day I had 2 beers and woke up injured. Not drunk, just injured. I am not gonna lie to you. That shit is kind of funny. Like my bed stage at home invasion. Okay, that just killed the joke. But the real sign I'm becoming my parents, I get excited about appliances. My friend texts me about parties. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I just bought a vacuum. And I'll brag about it like it's a Tesla. Bro, it's cordless. 5 suction modes. Battery lasts 45 minutes. Changed my life. Alright, I can see kind of the potential on that. The problem is there is not really a punchline. That's kind of like the setup, but you're missing the punchline. Maybe if you were to reorganize this. Then it says, that's it. That's the circle of life. We don't die. We just upgrade vacuums until the warranty runs out. Would you like me to turn this towards your comedy persona, edgy absurgency, adult humor, misdirection, so it hits harder for your style? That's like the ChatGPT suggestion. While I would like it to kind of, so I can feel more comfortable and confident performing this, I think the real challenge is to perform this as it is, you know. I'm not gonna lie, there are some few good stuff here, so I am gonna write it down in a notebook. I'm gonna try to rehearse it as much as I can, and then we'll see how we do on stage. Dude, this can either go 2 ways. Either some of these jokes actually kill, or I'm just gonna have the worst set of my night. People is gonna see me fucking bombing, and I'm probably never gonna get booked on a show because of this. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie to you. As I'm writing the set, I am realizing a couple of things, minor tweaks, words, you know, things like that could actually make the set better. So maybe I'm gonna cheat a little bit here, but I will make a few changes, just like minor changes compared to what we originally got from ChatGPT, just because I feel like that might perform a little better, you know. Alright, so I just rewrote what I think is probably the funniest things that ChatGPT came up with. Of course, like I said, I made a little tweaks, you know, that you will only see them once I'm performing them on stage. Also, I didn't rewrite everything because it was a lot. I know I'm not gonna have enough time to perform everything. That's why I pretty much picked what I thought was probably the funniest things. Which I think it's unfair because probably the fun thing about this is seeing me bombing on stage, you know? But the truth is, in a comedy show, there is so many different things involved. So I can still bomb the heck out of this set, you know? Alright, so the open mic is gonna be in 1 hour and a half. Right now it's 7:30. The show is gonna be at 9. I'm gonna head out soon, probably in 5 minutes. So I make sure I'm there early, talk to the host, and make sure he's gonna let me go on stage tonight, you know? Alright, so I just got here. I'm outside the comedy club and the show is gonna start like in a couple of minutes, like 15 minutes. I've been rehearsing the set. I'm just gonna get 4 minutes on stage and I've been making sure to leave some space out for the laughs. Bold of me to assume that anybody might laugh at that, but we'll see. Right now I'm literally at the club and I'm just waiting to go up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of nervous because this open mic usually is pretty empty and now it's so packed. There are so many comedians that I usually don't see here, you know, and I feel kind of weird of making these really corny jokes. I talked to the host and he said he was gonna let me go on stage, so I'm literally just waiting for it.
Everyone clap it up for your next comic. Everyone super funny. Give it up for Christian Gomez.
3 minutes.
Forever fart, that was hilarious, dude. You know, the funniest thing is that I know what that smells like. You've smelled it in some Ubers, right? Alright, fuck it then. Whatever. I just want to say, first of all, if anybody's watching this on YouTube, thank you. Please like and subscribe. You know you're getting too old, you know? When you start making the same noises your dad used to make, you know? Right? I can't believe I'm doing this shit. Yeah, I don't sit down anymore, you know? I just land with a sound effect. It's kind of every time it's like, ah. Believe me, I know this shit is goofy, but that isn't relaxation, that is a death rattle review. I don't know what that means. Sorry guys, I'm not doing this for you, it's for you too. Yeah, I used to make fun of my parents because they are always so obsessed with the thermostat, you know? And now I realize that I'm being the exact same thing, you know? I'd be protecting the AC just like it's the nuclear launching codes or whatever. I know, guys, I know. Bear with me. Yeah, and I catch myself doing this. The other day, a friend came over and he tried to change the AC, you know? And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't know you pay bills in this house. Do you own Georgia Power? Whatever. Thank you, Gansh. Give me 2 more minutes. And groceries. My mom used to say, don't touch that, it's for the guests. And I'm like, who are these guests? Nobody's coming over anymore, it's 2025 or whatever. The only visit that I had recently was the Amazon delivery driver, you know, all right. But I catch myself doing the same thing, you know. The other day I bought some Oreos, right? And I found myself hiding them from me. Yeah, I know that was goofy. This is the last one. This is the last one, I swear. I swear, I swear. Ah, shit, what is the last one? Oh, okay. And then finally, you know, getting drunk. Oh my God. What's the name? Sorry, Oh yeah, the other, getting drunk is crazy, you know. When I was young, it was like, oh, 2 Advils, a nap, and that's it, right? Now I drink 2 White Claws, and the next morning I wake up Googling liver transplant guest list in Georgia. I know this shit ain't funny, but we're doing it. The other day I had 2 beers, you know. The other day I had 2 beers and I woke up injured. Not drunk, just injured. All right, that's it, guys. I just had to do it this way. Please like and subscribe. All right, so that was pretty much it. I think it's very safe to say that the set bombed. It bombed pretty bad. I'll be honest with you, I kind of did a terrible job too, because I didn't go all the way into this pit as if they were mine, you know? But being on stage making that set was really rough, especially because when I was making the punches that AI came up with, I could see people's faces, you know? I could hear the reactions of, what the hell, what was that? Because the punches were pretty goofy, honestly. And even some of the punches that I thought were good enough, they didn't even land either. I think the only thing that I was able to carry on through the set was my energy, trying to keep it light, fun, entertaining, playful, and everything. But for the most part, it bombed. It wasn't successful. It wasn't a successful set. And I think it's safe to say that for now, comedians might be safe from AI taking their occupation. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll catch you on the next one.